Hey friends, welcome back to another episode of the TV Tray Sessions here at Guitar Talk with Todd at Todd Beebe Music. Thank you all so much for checking in and joining me today. We have another awesome piece of music memorabilia. This is specifically for our Gibson fans out there. I know there's a lot of you like myself. This is a Gibson Handy Polish Kit from the 1960s. I was given this years and years ago by a guy who played and collected Gibson stuff, and he was getting older, and he was kind of just giving his stuff away to people he knew would appreciate it. And I was playing a gig one night at a coffee house, and he came and brought me this Gibson polish kit. And of course, I was like, man, I would love to have this. Are you kidding me? So basically, when you try to narrow this down and see what year it's actually from, it's kind of basically 1960s. So throughout the 1960s, you would see this orange and black theme going on with Gibson. A lot of their strings had it, and it was a really big thing for them for a long time. So it definitely screams Gibson 1960s. And just a cool piece to have. They're not super rare. I mean, I have seen other ones out there. I've seen other collectors with them. I've seen music stores that just have them out kind of like behind glass as like a memorabilia type of thing. So I mean, they are out there. You know, chances are people would get the polish, not use it or whatever, or use it all up, and the box would sit around for years and years with them not even really thinking about it, just thinking they had polish and never used it up. And next thing you know, it's a classic. And that's kind of the case with this. There's still some polish in here, which of course I'm not really going to go ahead and use at all. Don't even know what it would do to your guitar at this point. Truth be told, it'd probably be fine, but we're just going to keep everything intact like it was. But just let's get a look at this here. So it came in a cardboard box. Classic, you know, back in the day stuff going on here. And you had the Gibson polish bottle in plastic here, and I believe it always came with two rags because the directions actually specify to use two rags for polishing, which we're gonna go over in a minute here. But said the other rag in here as well with the bottle, and just great stuff. Nothing on the back of the box, just a plain box here, and the Gibson polished bottle, just classic. You did have directions here on the inside that told you all about Gibson's preferred way of polishing at the time. Let me read those to you real quick while we're checking this out. So directions: shake polish before using. Number 2, carefully remove all dust from the instrument with a soft cloth. 3, moisten one cloth with water. Interesting. Number 4, apply to this cloth about a teaspoonful of Gibson polish and with a circular motion wipe the surface of the instrument. Be sure that the entire surface of the instrument is uniformly covered with this polish. Number 5, then set the instrument aside and allow it to stand 5 minutes so that the polish will thoroughly dry. Number 6, next, gently rub off the excess polish. Using the dry cloth, soon a high luster will appear that will add new life to the appearance of your instrument. Use as often as desired. Really interesting that they're telling you to combine water with the polish. You know, nowadays things have changed a little bit. This is more of a cream type of a polish, which you can still get that type of stuff, but usually they just tell you go directly onto the cloth and then onto the instrument. I always put stuff onto the cloth first and then polish instead of just going directly onto the instrument itself, but everybody's different with that. But polishes nowadays tend to be more liquid, for lack of a better word. They're thinner, and they, you know, you get more of like a mist when you spray them out, and it's a lot thinner of a consistency. I currently use the Gibson polish that they have out right now, which I actually have a bottle of right here, coincidentally. So let's put those next to each other. That's a pretty cool shot there. You've got the Gibson polish from the past, and the Gibson polish from modern day. But this stuff I use right now, like I said, it's more of a, like you would say, a mist type of a spray, as opposed to this being more like cream based. Really two totally different things, but they both work really well. But I swear by this right now. I've used this for a few years on my guitars, acoustic, like anything with nitrocellulose finish, which Gibson guitars are. You definitely can use this on, as well as I've used them on my Martins and everything. So pretty much they can be used on anything. It's just great guitar polish. As far as 2025, when this is being recorded, this is what I recommend for the polish that I've been using for a while now, and I've tried them all. But anyway, this is one from back in the day that's just kind of an interesting Gibson piece of memorabilia here to check out. And here we have the front of the bottle. And again, I'm going to put a picture up that's a little bit better of one that someone else I know has that's in better condition. And of course, it just says Gibson polish, the finest polish made for guitars, banjos, mandolins, also recommended for pianos. So you could even put this on pianos. Made and recommended by the builders of Gibson Instruments, Gibson Incorporated, Kalamazoo, Michigan. Okay, so I'm going to read you what this says on the back of the bottle, and I'm going to put up a picture of another bottle exactly the same way, but where you can read the print a little bit better. So directions: use soft, slightly dampened cloth and apply a thin coat of Gibson polish to instrument, allowed to dry about 5 minutes. Using another dry cloth, be sure this will not scratch. Polish vigorously. A high luster will result. Use as often as desired. Okay, so like we're saying, it came with 2 cloths. This would just seal right up. 4-ounce bottle. Go right back into the box with the other cloth there. These cloths have been used and used well, and we're just going to leave them like that. Like I said, my friend that gave this to me years ago polished this and just kept it in there, and there's still a little bit of polish in the bottle, and that's okay. We're just going to leave it that way and seal her right up, and hopefully she's good for another 100 years. So very cool stuff there. Just a piece of Gibson memorabilia. I thought you'd all like to see. You know, I love sharing stuff on this channel. It's all guitar based around here, but please comment below. Let me know what you think. Have you seen these before? Did you have one? Did you have anything else that's got that orange and black Gibson theme that was going on in the 60s there? Like I said, I know there was the Mona steel guitar strings and whatnot, which we are also going to be featuring on this show coming up. We've got some old Gibson string packages we're going to feature and whatnot. So please hit that subscribe button in the lower right hand corner so you don't miss out, and help me out. You know, I appreciate it. And thank you to each and every one of you who are already on board with me. Find me on all social media at Todd Beebe Music. And we will see you all again. Stay safe and love your dogs. Take care.